Welcome, this is a video clip from the Cool Classroom. In this video clip we're going to have a look through the Grade 5 Geography unit that we have available in the Cool Classroom store at Teachers Pay Teachers. So if you do purchase it, this is what you will get. When you open it up, there will be a zip file, and when you unzip it you will see this folder here. You've got lesson 1 through to 9, and in each of these is all the different resources that you will need for each lesson. And then you've got your geography unit overview, your learning goal poster, and your guide to making judgment. So let's just jump straight into the unit overview. And here you've got stepped out week by week, your lesson, your learning goal, teaching sequence, any activities that you'll be doing, the resources that are involved, and they're all in those folders. And differentiation is left quite minimal because obviously you'll go through and put in your own differentiation there. That is in a Word document as well. I haven't made it a PDF, so if you want to just pull things out of it and add into a unit that you're already creating, or you just simply want to modify this into your unit, that's perfectly fine by me too, and it's all accessible for you to do that. So then you've got your learning goal poster, and let me just shrink that down. And it's written as an I can statement, which is pretty standard. I can, and this relates directly to the Australian curriculum, I can identify how the environment affects people, and I can identify how people affect and change the environment. And the three places that we're looking at as part of the Australian curriculum is we need to look at Australia, we need to look at one place in America. So we've picked the Nevada desert. It is quite an interesting place, and we've got quite a bit of detail there. And also France in Europe. So let's jump straight in and have a look at what we've got. So in the first, if I go back to the unit plan, and now ACARA has changed slightly, and they've removed the mapping component, but we've still got the mapping component here because it is a really good introduction to where these places are and how to actually just use maps and locate things. So lesson 1, 2, and 3, they really focus on bolts. So that's your mapping system that we've used for that. So have a look at that. You can just Google bolts and you'll see information come up as well. Lesson 1 is also the introduction and setting goals. So if we jump into lesson 1 here, we've got the learning goal poster there. We've got just a little puzzle there for understanding the world. Lesson 2, bolts worksheet for the kids to work through. There's also an activities there as well in the planning. And then we've got an assessment task here as well for them to do. So if you do still want to assess on that, you can. There's a criteria sheet there for the marking as well. However, that is no longer part of ACARA, but still I think it's useful. Then lessons 4 through to 9, these relate directly to the ACARA achievement standards. So if we jump in here, the way they work is you've got a PowerPoint, and I'll bring one of these up, and it will go through. So the first one is how the Australian environment has influenced people, and then it will go through, and you've got quite a lot of slides there that you can work your way through. I found that generally these took about an hour or a PowerPoint to get through. And then for the kids, they've also got a worksheet that relates directly to the PowerPoint. And at the beginning of every worksheet, there is a question and that they can come up for with themselves and an answer. So I get them to do that at the beginning of the lesson. So if I do answer the question as part of the content, that's great. They can put the answer in. Otherwise, I take a bit of time at the end of the lesson just to go through and answer any unanswered questions. Now, each of them go through like this. So I'll jump forward a bit. We'll go here to the, actually I like the Nevada ones. And I'll bring up the PowerPoint here. So again, it's got quite a bit of content there. They generally, actually all the PowerPoints cover multiple topics. So you can see on this one here how the environment of Nevada has influenced the people, and it covers the melting snow off the mountains, the gold mining, and the distance and location. And then each of those are covered as different areas through the slides. And then as well as that, following the unit plan, there are also a couple of extra activities as well. So here is one of those activities that you can do. So what I've tried to do with the unit plan is every unit has, well, every lesson apart from lesson 8 here, just so you've got a little bit of leeway there, has at least one activity to do. And if that activity needs an extra worksheet, you will find that worksheet included in that folder for that lesson. So that brings me to the end of this little tutorial video clip of the geography unit for grade 5. So this covers, just matching it to ACARA, this covers half of the standards that are currently there in the 2016 version of ACARA for geography. And I think in terms of time, it does take, I would say you're probably looking at about 15 hours, 14 to 15 hours to be able to achieve everything that's here. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do purchase it, please make sure you come back and leave feedback and let people know how you're using it. Thank you.